And they do a great job at the Mount
Yeah.
Washington Avalanche Center. That's more for like backcountry skiers who are going to hike up and do Tuckerman Ravine, which is on Mount Washington. We've had a couple instances at Sugarloaf over the years where there can be like a small avalanche.
Right.
But it's certainly much less common on East Coast ski area skiing
Right.
than it is out west.
Definitely something to keep in mind, though, because I know a lot of people do travel to the west
Right, absolutely.
to see the scenes there. So,
Yeah. We've actually had better skiing in the east this year
Yeah.
than they have so far out west. We've been getting most of the cold and snow, but tomorrow that changes a little bit. We have a thaw on the way. It's going to feel really nice. Sunshine will be out, temperatures up around 40 degrees tomorrow. And even though we're heading into a milder pattern, it still gets cold tomorrow night. And there may be a little low-level moisture, some freezing drizzle, or perhaps a little freezing fog early Friday morning. So there might need to be some road treatments then. The next system Friday afternoon, though, looks to be mainly in the form of rain, just some showers. And over the weekend, another mix late Saturday into Sunday morning. Right now, most of the radar not showing any action over central and southern Maine. There could be a little drizzle that's flying underneath the radar, but nothing all that heavy. Down east, you've been above freezing since before daybreak. We just have some rain riding along Route 1 from east of Bar Harbor over to Eastport and Machias. 32 right now in Lewiston and Augusta. We're in the upper 20s through most of the mountains and far north, and still some mid-30s actually along the coastline. Hour by hour tonight, a few lingering showers to the east and north, but the trend tonight will be for drier weather to move in with partial clearing in central and southern Maine. Starting tomorrow morning, most of us around 20, perhaps with a little cloud cover. We don't get quite that cold in down east Maine. Overall, though, a good-looking day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, and it's going to be mild, too. The average high for this time of the year is in the lower 30s. We get to 40 in Portland and Bangor, 32 in Greenville, and 41 in Augusta and Waterville tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, we start out dry, but the temperatures do drop. So overnight, a lot of the gray you see here will be low cloud cover, and there could be a little drizzle or mist, perhaps a little fog that forms in spots Friday morning, which is why I say there could be a little black ice first thing. So just be aware of that, and on Friday morning you want to check in with Todd on the morning report in case there are any slick spots out there. Friday afternoon, though, we have a southerly wind, temperatures coming up into the 30s, so that when the next system comes in outside of the mountains, this will be primarily rain, perhaps a little mix up there, but for the most part these will just be rain showers that come through Friday afternoon and Friday evening, and the total amount of rain will not be significant. Saturday morning we get into a little dry air, but the next system comes in for the end of the day Saturday into Saturday night. The setup is similar to the system we just had in that an area of low pressure tracks way to our northwest, but a second low comes up into the Gulf of Maine and will try to trap the cold air near the ground. That means it warms up above, but down near the surface we may stay cold, and that's a recipe for another mix. So along the coastline Saturday night into Sunday morning, perhaps a brief mix that goes to rain, in between more of a wintry mix and perhaps a few inches of snow across the far north. Could be a little slick Sunday morning. Tomorrow sees 3 to 5 feet with a northwest wind 5 to 15 knots. So lots of sunshine tomorrow. Could be a little slick in spots Friday morning and some afternoon showers the next system Saturday night into Sunday morning. But behind that, Bailey, it stays fairly mild and quiet early to mid next week.
And even today, it wasn't as bitterly cold, too. Like
Right.
I did notice the little nuance there when it's
Despite the fact it was
warmer.
icy, it wasn't bitter.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.